Pop it. Beautiful rack for you. So much, in fact, we've sold over 20,000 of the Pop It large 4-tier heavy-duty rack with caster wheels. There are over 3,000 5-star reviews. I've never said that about an item here at QVC. Over 3,000. Sale price is $149.98, 5 easy payments of $30. Tonight you're saving over $32 off of our original QVC price that was $182. We're down to our final option, the pewter, which is the one you see here on the screen right there. This is such an amazing way for you to organize not just inside the house, but maybe in the garage or the shed or the basement, like my buddy David Venable, who I think has 10 of these throughout his space. This is such a beautiful way to organize as well, because if you're going to do this inside, this has this really cool kind of industrial chic look to it that you can absolutely put all sorts of things on. It is fantastic. It comes with wheels, but you have the option whether or not you want to take those caster wheels on or off. This is such a great rack, and there's a reason why we've sold over 20,000, and now we're down to our final option, the pewter, which is giving you really kind of that textured kind of gray color within here. So it's a really great color to go back and match anyone's color story or aesthetic. I'm going to welcome in our very special guest, Erica Swineford, who brings us Pop It. I'm going to sneak over here behind here and welcome her on.
Hello
there.
Step
It's
right
good
up.
to see you.
Good to see you too, Steve.
This organizer, over 3,000 5-star reviews.
That's crazy.
That's
I didn't even
unreal.
know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I know why. I didn't know there were that many, but I know why. And it's because from Pop It, they bring us things that are easy to put together, really no assembly. Powder-coated steel, so you can use it in damp environments like garages, basements, areas that aren't climate controlled because, again, they're powder-coated steel.
Right.
But it's heavy-duty and ezy assembly, and it's so simple. So I'm going to show you how it comes, and I'll hand you their
Oh,
cards
perfect.
if that's
great.
okay.
Oh, we're going to collapse it and pop it
We're
open.
going to do it. So I want to show you how they come. And I think this really accounts for so many of those great reviews, because when you get it, it comes just like this. So the box will come to your door.
It's amazing.
Just like this. And then all you do is you decide if you want the wheels on or not. If you want the wheels on, you screw them on the bottom. It's as simple as screwing in a light bulb, and that's it. And then with or without the wheels, this is your assembly. And I use that term loosely because you open it up and the rack falls into place. There's a latch on the back that's patented, and it's also attached. So you're never going to lose it. You don't have to even search for it in the box. If you ever move, you don't have to look for spare parts because it's on there. And that's all you do. You hook that latch, that's step one. And then step two is just swinging this top shelf over like that. And then there's a little latch here that's also attached, and you just hook that latch. And I just assembled a 1,000-pound capacity shelf in about 30 seconds.
No tools,
1,000 pounds.
no screws, there was no little gadgets out here, no little twisty turnies.
No.
That's fantastic. 1,000-pound capacity.
Yes.
So what's the distribution here?
So if you use it without the wheels, the shelf will hold 1,000 pounds or 250 pounds per shelf. If you choose to use the wheels, it's 75 pounds per shelf or 300 total, which is still a crazy amount of weight. Like, I don't even know what you would put on it that weighs that much. But if you're putting, logs for firewood. If you're for me in my garage, I have like all of my canned goods on here. So it's my extra pantry space in my garage, right outside my garage door. So no matter what you're using it for, clothing like you see there, garage or basement, really just heavy duty storage, or things that are more decorative like an office or your den or family room, it doesn't matter. It will hold the weight, and it will also be great in damp environments or areas that get water like your basement, because everything's elevated up off the floor, which is really nice.
True. And that's where David is just like, he had some damage many years ago, and we sold this here at QVC, and he was like, I'm going to pick up one of these. Just kidding. I'm going to pick up 9 more. And he's just picked up like several more. And that's why we've sold over 20,000 of this one here at QVC from Pop It. Large 4 tiers of shelving that you're getting here, $149.98, 5 easy payments of $30. We're down to our final color here, the pewter, which is really, really nice. It's that wonderful deep kind of gray, but there's a little texture to it, which I think is so perfect for anyone's color story that's happening in their home. But 1,000 pounds is a lot of weight. Like, honestly, like you could literally put weights on here and create that home gym for yourself.
You absolutely could. And so let me give the dimensions just in case you're thinking that works. I love it, but will it fit in my, in my specific space? So it's just under 36 inches from side to side, just under 21 inches from front to back. And then you can see it's about 62 inches high. So I'm 5'4", and you can kind of see where that hits on me. So
yes.
It really is just that great option to elevate things, use your vertical space. If you're somebody that loves the Peria boxes that are the TSV today, this is a great spot to store those. If you're getting the boxes thinking, I'm going to get organized, but now where do I put the boxes? This is awesome because you can literally pop this open, and then you have instant space to store them.
Well, it's great. I mean, think about what's happening in your garage or your shed. Are there things piled up on top of one another? Do you have a wheelbarrow that might have a bunch of stuff in the wheelbarrow, you know?
That you can't use the wheelbarrow because it's full of stuff.
Exactly. This gives us reason to bulk buy as well when you think about maybe the dog food, or maybe you want to pick up some of your favorite potting soil. I mean, listen, gardening season is just weeks away for us here at QVC. So this is a fantastic way to go ahead and get nice and organized. And as you just saw Erica pop this open within seconds, like the woman we're seeing here on the screen, that's fantastic. And now you have a place for everything to land. Only 240 remain of the pewter option. This is fantastic because, yes, we're talking about the garage, the shed, the basement, but inside the house too. Listen, I lived in New York City for 16 years.
Oh, yes.
I had zero storage. I had one closet in one of my apartments. And this, when I saw this, I was like, this would be a really cool way to store my clothes.
Yeah, it absolutely would. And here's the nice thing. You can take it with you. So built-in shelves are great if you know somebody, you know, if you have a handy husband or somebody that's great at that.
Right.
But oftentimes, once they're built, right, they're there. If you move, you're not taking them with you.
No.
Where this goes wherever you are. So if you start out, you know, if you have a college student who's in a dorm or apartment, they can have this as storage. If they go, you know, then to their next apartment or their first home, they can take this with them.
Right.
If they go to a bigger home, they take this along. If you're downsizing, you take this with you. Mary Beth had a bunch of these, and when she downsized, she took these with her.
Oh, for sure.
These came along because they weren't built in. They're just so portable. You just fold them up, you take them with you, know, put them on the moving truck, and you take them to the next house. So that's what's really nice about these.
It's like this little accordion that just opens right up beautifully. And because of that powder-coated seal construction on here, you can definitely put this in a space where it might be a little damp, like you were saying. I mean, Erica, could we technically put this outside?
I mean, you could if you wanted to. I'd probably store it, you know, under a covered area. Yes, like like you know, a covered porch or something if you were going to. But what's nice as well is that everything's elevated off of the floor. So that's what David Venable always speaks to, because he has these in his basement with, you know, his holiday decorations and just all the stuff that we have in our basement. And if, you know, you get water in your basement, or, you know, all of us, that hot water heater at some point in our lives, right, breaks, leaks, this is perfect because everything is elevated. So everything you're putting on here is up off of the floor and out of the damp. Or even if you're using these in the garage, you know, and you pull in your wet car, your snowy car, no worries because everything's up off of the floor.
Oh, very, very cool stuff. Let's even fast forward to summer.
Oh, let's do it.
Feels really nice right now. It's literally like 20 degrees outside. But this would be so perfect because if you think about with that sort of overhang, if you have a nice patio or a sort of covering, maybe you want to go ahead and make that little garden on one of these shelves that you wanted to. Put some of the pool toys or, you know, you name it. This is so great. But what I'm saying is the versatility story that we're seeing here with this is really, really special because once you start organizing with this one, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I picked that up at QVC. This has made everything so much easier.
Yeah, and so many people come back for multiples. You know, once you have one and you realize, hey, it is easy to put together. It does hold a ton.
Sure.
I do use it, you know, just so effectively in my home. It's so great to see how many people have come back for second, third, fourth, or like 15, like David Venable has.
I love that.
Because they really do just make sense and make your life a little easier.
Definitely. And the fact that, you know, Erica just popped this open with ease, no tools required. David's story was he had some flooding down in his basement. Everything that was touching the ground was damaged. So he picked up one of these and he was like, oh, wait a second, this is a game changer. And then he came back and picked up several more. We're down to our final option, the pewter color. So we've sold out of 3 other colors here. $149.98, 5 easy payments of $30 to pick up your Pop It large 4-tier heavy duty rack with the caster wheels. So if you put the wheels on, it supports up to 300 pounds on each shelf, right?
300 pounds total.
Total.
With the wheels.
With the wheels. Oh, got you.
Without the wheels, 1,000 pound total capacity, or 250 pounds per shelf.
That's wild.
It's hard to believe, but that is what these hold because, again, they're powder coated steel. So not only do they hold a lot, but because they're powder coated steel, you can use them in areas that maybe get damp or areas that aren't climate controlled, like a shed, a garage, or even a storage unit. Julia uses hers in her storage unit because there aren't shelves in there.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Well, we only have 220 remaining, so if this is in your cart, now's your time. I'm like, somebody grab my phone. Oh my gosh, Erica, thank you so much for bringing this to us one. We're going to see Erica back later on in the show, but you can pick this one up with item B55124. Alrighty. Well, wanted to show you my very cool shoes that I'm wearing here. So excited about these every time these are in my show, and this is so cool.